Hello, everyone, and welcome to Everything Iconic with me, Danny Pellegrino. This is another special episode of the podcast. We're calling it Great Mugs. I'm here with my friend and oftentimes co-host, Hannah Erin Brown. She's joining me for one of these episodes. And as always, they're Great Mugs episodes. The kind of conceit of them is both of us are coming to each other with some topics that we had found online of things that we want to talk about or think that we should talk about. I don't know what Hannah had come here with. She doesn't know what I've come here with. But generally, we're just going to talk about nonsense and what's going on in the world, maybe.
Yeah.
Nothing too serious, though, because we need some laughs.
We need some levity.
Hannah, how are you?
I'm so happy to be here. Yeah. Tomorrow's Halloween.
I know. We're sort of festive. You know, I had a holiday Christmas stuff out because my friend Jen and I do a Christmas podcast that we were recording. And so I was like redecorating this set by set, I mean my hallway.
Yeah.
To put the Halloween stuff back up. But yeah, we're at Halloween. It's Halloween.
It's freaking Halloween. I can't believe that it's already like we're descending into holiday season.
I wanted to talk to you actually about Halloween because have you noticed like the celebrities for years now, they've been doing these elaborate Halloween costumes?
Yeah.
And I'm curious where you stand about like the recreations where they don't even feel so much like costumes, where it's Keke Palmer is kind of popular for doing these. But also, I mean, Paris Hilton, she's been doing Britney, and a lot of times the celebrities will like recreate a scene from something in costume.
Right.
But I don't feel like that's very Halloween-y.
It's almost just like a pop. Are you saying it's more of just like a pop culture homage than it is like Halloween?
Yeah. And they're not even, I feel like oftentimes they're not even wearing it to like a Halloween party or a trick or treat.
No, it's just for the photo shoot.
It's like, we're doing it for Instagram.
I really do think like between like holidays and like weddings, everything's become like for Instagram. And I really wish that like we could just chill out on that because it puts too much pressure on it and it should be fun.
I know. I don't like it.
I know.
I just feel like it's not very festive to just be like, oh, look, I'm dressed like someone from a music video and I'm recreating the music video. I think it was kind of fun that maybe like early in the pandemic because everyone's at home. It's like you're getting creative ways to show off your Halloween costume. But now you should either be like wearing it to a costume party or nothing at all.
I agree. And I also think like there is something to me just very unimpressive of when you just shell out a bunch of money to get the most accurate costume possible. Like I want the creativity. I want the scrappiness. I want the like thrifted version of that pop culture moment in time or like get the shitty like version from like Amazon and then just like dress it up and elevate it.
What about the Heidi Klum of it all? Like when she goes overboard.
When she dressed up as a worm, I was haunted.
Yeah. I still think about that worm costume.
So do I.
You know, I love Halloween on talk shows, and they've been scaling that back, which is very upsetting to me. Like, The View this year is not dressing up again.
What the fuck?
And it's like, get it together. Like, to me, that's one place these elaborate costumes live best. You know, I'm thinking Today's Show, where Meredith Vieira is dressed as a Peanuts character, and it's like Al Roker as Charlie Brown. And
yes. I have a very salient memory of like, I don't know why I was like home from school, but I was watching a Halloween episode of Regis and Kelly when I was a child. And Regis was dressed as Kelly Ripa and had a wig on and kept going, and the wig kept going, and the hair work really made me laugh.
You know, last night in bed, it's so weird that you bring that up. And this is not funny, but last night in bed, I like somehow stumbled on TikTok of live 9/11 reaction from Regis and Kelly, and it was like 20 minutes that I'm just in bed.
I'm laughing because I'm uncomfortable.
I know it is. I know. Well, we're all uncomfortable, and God bless. But it was like you know how you get sort of stuck on there, and I was in sort of that catatonic, you know, exhaustion mode where it's like I was too kind of tired to scroll.
Totally.
And so like then 15 minutes goes by, and I'm like, oh, I should probably look into something else because it was very haunting to watch.
Yeah.
Before
Were you watching it on 2 times speed or regular?
2 times speed. Which is also very sad. Now,
and I'm also
why
like,
is
Dan,
that sad?
we know how it ends.
But wait, why was that? Why is that even sadder that I was watching a live 9/11 reaction on 2 times?
You really
speed?
need to know what they're gonna say.
What is that about? But I'm also like don't like watching too dramatic of stuff on television or movies lately. But yet I was like watching that, and it was very triggering. I think there's like a media history aspect of it that I'm interested in.
Yeah, no, totally.
And it was so fascinating because Kelly's in like complete shock because they're live on air. And imagine like if we're doing like a Great Mugs episode. It's like,
I can't.
And that's
even.
happening, and like
And
you
we're not
have
even
someone
live.
in your ear. I know, and someone's like in your earpiece, being like, "This is happening right now." Like I couldn't even. I'm laughing too. I mean, I couldn't even imagine that.
No, I literally can't. Speaking of random TikTok holes to fall into, this morning I was fully supposed to be working, and instead I fell down this wormhole of Anakin and whoever Natalie Portman's character is. Like, I'm not a Star Wars person, so I randomly like found this like edit of like Hayden Christensen and Natalie Portman in Star Wars together, and then I watched like 50 of them, and that's how I found out. Spoiler alert: that Natalie Portman dies in the Star Wars movies. I had no idea.
Okay, listeners are going to be fucking pissed.
They're going to be pissed. and she dies of a broken heart because Anakin goes to the dark side, becomes Darth Vader, and she is Luke Skywalker and Princess Leia's mom. I had no idea.
I knew that part.
I had no idea.
I know like a little. Matt's a big Star Wars person, or he, likes them a lot.
He likes the fandom.
He's like made me go to some of them.
Mm-hmm.
When earlier in our relationship, he made me go to the Hobbit movies.
That's brutal.
And we almost broke up. I remember like almost breaking up because they were so fucking long, and he like got mad at me because I fell asleep because he's like loved the Lord of the Rings movie, and then they came out with the Hobbit ones, but they were so long.
Yeah.
And in the movie theater, I'm like, I don't know the lore of this, like,
so I don't care
because I didn't know Lord of the Rings either.
Right.
And so I'm like, I don't know any of this stuff. It seems like I'm playing with a Furby. Like that's what it feels like, where I don't know the language that they're speaking.
Right.
And it's like, this isn't fun for me. And he like got upset, but he was like that. And Star Wars too. The one when they like sort of rebooted the Star Wars, he made me watch all of them. And I'm like, it was just a lot, but I kind of started to understand them, but I don't feel the need. And then there just became like too many of them.
Too many. But what's funny is like Star Wars, I'm like, that's so confusing. There's so much lore. There's so much to understand. And I'm like, I reject it. But with like Housewives lore or like Bravo lore, I'm like, that's never going to be too much for me. There's never too much lore. Like I will go into Reddit and be like, but what's going on with that?
Have you seen like Stacy from Real Houses of Potomac? People have been posting clips of her doing QVC stuff.
No.
Like a lot of the gays, I'm assuming they're gay men, have been online pulling clips. And so on Threads or wherever, I've been seeing so many clips of Stacy promoting QVC. So she's like promoting like this camel 3 wise men sweater and selling it, which is my dream to.
Of course.
But yeah, it's so funny. In that kind of lore, I'm like, oh, I could spend upwards of 35 hours watching that.
I fell off of Potomac like after Candace left. It might have been after Monique left. It was after Monique left. Is the current season good?
Yeah, it's good.
It's good?
Yeah. I mean, so it's still early in the season.
OC isn't even worth it.
No, the OC, I'm actually got to record a finale recap as soon as we're done here. But it's, it's the finale. I don't know.
I've kind of, honestly, like I'm caught. I'm catching myself on air. I've kind of fallen off of
You say that all the time, though. You always say that.
I always say that. Always.
Wait, I had something to say about Halloween. Okay, so we talked about the Heidi Klum of it all.
Yeah.
And did you see? Oh, this is what I wanted to say. I actually wrote this. This was in my notes to talk about Janelle Monáe dressed as the Cat in the Hat on the Jennifer Hudson show.
No.
I just had to say it to somebody because it was like one of the things. You can look it up right now.
Yeah.
It was one of the things that I like saw a visual of it. I didn't watch a clip or anything.
Oh.
But I saw like her. I think she had to go through the spirit tunnel dressed as like full blown Cat in the Hat, like Mike Myers Cat in the Hat.
I'm haunted.
Right?
Yeah.
It's a lot.
Cat in the Hat in general, that book always scared me as a kid.
How do you stand about with the Mike Myers movie?
I've never even seen it.
Wow.
Because I just think the Cat in the Hat in general is a really stressful story. It's about this cat who comes in and like wages chaos upon these children and just kind of fucks everything up. And like I'm really triggered by Cat in the Hat. Like I don't like the idea of this intruder like coming in and like creating
giant
chaos.
cat man.
Giant cat man coming in and creating chaos and then being like, bye. Same with Amelia Bedelia. I'm like, bitch, are you mad?
Hannah, get the fuck out. Get the fuck out. Get the fuck out of my house. Like, how dare you?
Amelia Bedelia, I'm like, that what she meant by draw the curtains. Like, put down your pen and paper and draw the curtains. Well, she didn't fucking get anything.
I actually have a Word document that's like been running for probably like 10 years now. Okay. Like, do you have a notes doc? As a writer, sometimes you have like
I have too many.
Where you just have like ideas, but I have a separate like Amelia Bedelia doc. so that if somebody ever like will hire me to write a movie for Amelia Bedelia, it's like that's a career goal of mine, to write the Amelia Bedelia movie. And I've had ideas, I've had dialogue, I have a full script outline. Like I'm ready to go Amelia Bedelia. I even told my reps, I was like, we need to get in touch with Kate McKinnon's team because I need Kate McKinnon to play Amelia Bedelia. I think it would be so funny, and I think I could do like a warm, quirky, whatever. Okay. You know, I also, that's one of my career goals. I have a handful of career goals lately. I talked about this on the show, but I want to get on Sesame Street for Lucky.
That's good.
And for myself.
Of course.
I want to get on General Hospital for my mother and myself.
Great.
Another goal. And then actually, I'm going to play this interview. I should have set this up at the beginning of our podcast, but Mary Beth Peil, remember we were talking about Dawson's Creek?
Yes.
So Mary Beth Peil played Grams on Dawson's Creek, my favorite character. And I interviewed her. I'm going to play it after our chat so people can stick around after we chat and listen to the Mary Beth Peil interview. She was so incredibly fantastic. And I don't do a lot of interviews, and I try to be judicious about it, like if I'm kind of interested in them. And the opportunity came up. Shout out to Caduce, reached out to me, you know, the Instagram account.
Caduce!
But he was like, he heard me mention, or maybe it was when we were talking about Dawson's Creek. He's like, would you want to interview Mary Beth Peil, played Grams? Like he had a connection with her daughter, Gwen. And so they reached out, and I was like, yeah, that sounds like I would love that, because a lot of PR people will reach out and say, oh, do you want to have this person on that? I'm like, yeah, I'm not very interested, but I was interested in talking to Grams. Of course. And I always find that like kind of the more obscure ones that I do are like the ones where I get the most out of it, if that makes sense.
Yes.
And she's 85 years old, and she was telling me, I said, like, you know, are there any, people will listen to it, but I said, is there any dream roles or something that you have? And she said, look, I'm 85 now. And so like, I'm not getting cast even like, I'm not getting cast as like a 70 something anymore. And she's so like, wants to work. And she's like, I'm just hopeful that somebody will write like a decent role for me, because I'm in the 85, I'm 85 plus now, and there's nothing being written for 85 plus, and there's no stories about people who are 85 plus. And I was like, okay, I'm on it. So that's my other career goal.
You said, Grams, watch this.
I was like, I need to write Grams. Like I want to write her like maybe I was thinking like a Hallmark Christmas movie. Obviously would love to do like some big, wonderful indie dramatic role for her, but it's impossible to get anything made.
Period.
But my other career goal is to like write Mary Beth Peil, or to write like a love story. It's like, I do think it's important, even with the popularity of something like Golden Bachelor, where I'm like, there should be something.
There should.
I would watch that. Like
so
an
would
85 and I'm talking like 85.
100%.
Or up. Like, and June Squibb has been doing like an action movies and stuff.
Love June Squibb. So
anyway, Mary Beth, I'll play that. But I ended up getting like I felt so much wisdom from her. And she also said she's kind of known as like the world's grandma. People say like, you know, because she had that kind of grandma energy.
Totally. You know, I was just thinking about like how fucked up it is too. Like Hollywood is so fucked up where it's like if they want like a high schooler, they'll cast someone like in their 30s. But then if they want like a grandma, they'll cast someone in their 40s.
Yeah, she was like 55 or something. Like, she did it. And she said they had to put like streaks in her hair.
I loved her. Jennifer. God, I remember the episode where Abby died.
Wait, who was Abby?
That was Jen's like chaotic friend.
Oh, yeah.
Who like got drunk and like drowned. And I remember being like 7 years old being like, Mom, does that happen? And my mom was like, yeah, dude, you have to be fucking careful. If you're drunk, never go swimming.
You know, my mom was like very adamant about I think it was homecoming or prom. We were going to stay at Geneva on the Lake, which was like a lake place. And my mom was she was like calling the other parents and like kept warning me about not going in the lake, because she's like, you'll drown, Dan. I know everyone's drinking. You'll drown.
She's right.
Do not go in a lake. And I was like, Mom, I don't go in a lake. Like
you're like, please.
There's especially God bless. We love Northeast Ohio, but it's like those lakes and beaches. It's like, I'm not interested. Even at a very young age, I was like, I'm not going. I'm not even taking off my shoes or socks going on those sands.
No. Jake's cousin has a lake in her backyard. It's like one of those like man-made lakes where there's like a bunch of houses around it. And we swim in it like every 4th of July. And this year I was thinking, I want to get water shoes so that I don't have to touch the like slick rocks with my feet.
I don't like it. I'm weird about bodies of water in general. I also, at a young age, there was a place called Jogga Lake, which was like a theme park. It later became Six Flags, and we lived nearby it. So for summer times, we would often get like season passes and go with friends and stuff. But they used to have this place called The Wave there. It was in the water park, and it was so disgusting. And I so remember just like Band-Aids floating.
Ugh, I can't.
And I just think
I just think of the poop and the pee.
Yeah, it's like little kids shitting in there. Mm-mm. We also heard, we went to Universal City Walk with my brother and his kids when they were here and my sister-in-law. And you know how they have those things, that the waters that pop up from the ground, and it's like kids run through them, sort of like sprinklers that come up. Well, the kids love those, but Matt was saying like there's a lot of E. coli in those because they don't really clean them that great. And a lot of kids will go and like sit down, like little kids will sit down it. And so it's just like spraying their butts like and poop.
It's a bidet.
It's basically a bidet. And so he was like, no, there's a lot of E. coli in there.
Are you guys going to be the types of parents that are like, Lucky, get out of there?
100%. We also, when the kids were here, we went to the pumpkin patch and they have a petting zoo. And I was like, we're staying far away from the petting zoo. Like my brother's kids wanted to go like ride the pony or like, I don't know, do all that kind of stuff. And I was like, Lucky, we're going over here. Because there's also like a lot of bugs around all that stuff.
It's true.
And I'm like, I don't like all the, what if he got a tick or something? Because and it's also so expensive though. You have to buy these tokens and then you have to pay to like go pet a goat. And I'm like, Lucky doesn't need to pet a goat.
Totally. Like,
and I don't feel it's right for the animals. And to be honest with you, I've had too much coffee. But I had talked about this on Everything Iconic. And the main PETA account reached out and like sent me an email and a DM and was like, you're right. It's like not good for the animals. Like, so I was right about it. PETA officially reached out.
Oh my God. Boots on the ground.
And by the way, thank you to PETA for listening to this podcast.
Shout out to PETA. I have something I want to bring up to you.
Shoot.
Okay. Kelsey Grammer just welcomed baby number 8 with his wife, Kate, at 70 years old. So, like, he's 15 years younger than Grams, but still.
Weirdly enough, I did just hear him in an interview. I did not know you were bringing this up today. Mm-hmm. But I did hear him say, like, oh, he's making up for lost times with his parenting because he's like, oh, I wasn't really there for the first couple of kids. And it's like,
you think you're going to be there when you die, when they're like 12?
What the fuck, though? It's like, oh, so you didn't parent a good job. So you're like, I'll just keep doing it.
Do over.
It's like, what?
Honestly, enough.
I know.
Like, grow up.
But by the way, it's like on a lot of people for this. Like, stop having sex with Kelsey Grammer. Like, even if you are married.
That's so true. Well, so then I looked into his wife, Kate. I was like, who is Kate in this world? That is who he cheated on Camille with. And they've been together, and they have like 50 kids together.
I don't understand.
But between like Al Pacino, Robert De Niro, Alec Baldwin, and Kelsey Grammer, I'm like, you guys, you're old as the hills. Enough.
Right. I think we have talked about this. I feel like them ejaculating is just like a puff of air. Yeah.
It's time for the snip snip.
Yeah. I don't understand but I don't really even understand how the sperm is still viable. And that's not what this show is about exactly. But,
it's not, but we have questions.
But I don't understand the sperm situation because I don't know. And I hate to age shame. Obviously, we were just talking about how you could be so wonderfully active at an older age. But
well, everything's okay when Grams does it.
Yeah. But women are just more judicious in general. True. That was the other thing that we talked about with people hear it. But we were talking about transformations. Like women have more interesting transformations throughout life because they come up to more adversity. And not every man doesn't come up to adversity. But I just feel like, I don't know. But I don't understand their sperm. I don't understand Kelsey Grammer's sperm is the moral of that story.
Enough. And also what's like, a little is all these elderly men are with these like spry, hot young women who haven't gone through menopause yet and can keep having their kids. But then I'm like, what's going to happen when you guys, die because you're old? And then these women are left with like 50 kids.
Okay, but the one devil's advocate I have to say about that.
Yeah, go for it.
Because I think I'm not super old having kids, but I think everyone kind of, when they have kids, they're like, wait, am I too old to be doing this or whatever?
Right.
But the one thing I think is like, you just really don't ever know. You could be 20 years old and pass away. You know what I mean?
Totally.
Like, so I do kind of fall in the category of like, well, you can't exactly plan for that. I agree that some of these men.
When you're 70.
I think that, yes, obviously, like, and there's lines to all of this. It's like Al Pacino, Robert De Niro. It's like, you're 80 something.
Totally.
I don't know. But the truth is, it's like you could be 21 and have a kid and then pass away at 22.
So
you
true.
just don't really know.
And if and when I have kids, I'm going to be on the older side too, because I'm not ready and I'm in my mid-30s.
Well, wait, do you have another topic?
I do. Okay, so first of all, how are you feeling about Wicked for Good? It comes out in less than a month.
I always want to do Tarzan yell instead of that.
I can't wait. But have you heard of a young woman named Paige Neiman?
No.
She went viral on TikTok in 2020 because she looks like freakishly like Ariana Grande.
Okay.
And she leans into it. Like she does the makeup and the hair. And then even like when Ari was in her like Glinda era, she like dyed her hair blonde and like got the Glinda outfits and is like, like even does her like face expressions and stuff.
Which I totally understand just by you saying.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
I was like, yeah, I know what you're saying.
With the little dimples. She like got her eyebrows done the same and everyone's like, you're a fucking freak. Even Ariana Grande has kind of like alluded to like, it kind of freaks me out. Like it's a little much.
And I feel bad for celebrities sometimes when they're almost sort of forced to lean into it. Yeah. And it's like, they don't want to.
No. And like this girl she has a huge TikTok following because it's crazy how much she looks like Ariana Grande. And I think people are just like, what the fuck? But like, it feels like a violation in a weird way where it's like, but you're getting a following for like impersonating someone. I don't know. It's like kind of weird. Yeah. And so with all the Wicked stuff, she just keeps posting like Glinda content. And I'm like mesmerized by it because I'm like, you're going to sit here and tell me that's not Ariana Grande. And honestly, if I looked like Ariana Grande, I'd be really happy.
But so the content, is it as Glinda?
Some of it, but some of it like back in 2020, she was doing like the long brown ponytail and the sweatshirt and the choker and like, but she doesn't talk. It's just her being like, shrugging and doing Ariana Grande face expressions and being like,
I did see a Taylor Swift impersonator
people
who
hate
like
her.
people. Yeah, do people not like her? I've
People
seen her
fucking
like
hate
on
her.
social media. I and then I scroll right past it because I'm like, who is this?
Who is this woman?
But I find that very weird.
And people are like, you're a freak.
I find it so,
It is weird.
It is really weird. I'm excited for the new Wicked though. Their advance reviews are like really good. First of all, second of all, they're merchandising the shit out of it, and I find myself wanting all of it. Like Le Creuset came out with like Wicked, like a pink and a green Dutch oven.
That's
and
fun.
I like this is. I shouldn't admit this on air, but I did like message Le Creuset, and I was like, "You want to send me one?"
Oh my!
And they never responded.
Well, hopefully they do.
But I was, but also I actually kind of hope they don't because I don't have space to store Wicked Dutch ovens.
You'll find it.
But I find it, yeah.
You'll find it. I am so fucking excited. And honestly, like, I kind of forget how the musical ends.
Oh.
Like, I mean, I remember like certain big beats, like if there's maybe transformations at play in the second part, but like I don't really remember like the final moments of that musical.
I have been changed
for good. That's how I feel about you, Dan.
Hannah, I told you right before we started recording that I had come up in the shower with a jingle for Great Mugs.
Yeah.
Which some people like the name Great Mugs, but some people were like, you need to change the name. And spoiler alert, we're not doing that.
We're not doing it.
We're leaning in.
Leaning in.
Because we've committed to the bit. Mm-hmm. But I came up with a jingle and I couldn't remember it. So we have to come up with a jingle. Oh my God. Great mugs.
Great mugs.
Oh wait, it was something like great mugs or great minds think alike. Great mugs shine the light. That's on good. The topics we want to talk about. It was like something like that, but like
I like that.
But to a yeah, so we need to get like a musician to...
I was gonna say, are we gonna sing it?
No. I don't think
we could
should.
Tap JC Chazé, friend of the pod, JC Chazé.
Friend of the pod.
Or Willa Ford.
Okay, wait, I have something I want to talk about.
Okay, go for it.
Do you have anything else about Wicked that you need to discuss?
I just can't wait.
You know, they're doing like a special on NBC. And
concert.
I'm going to watch that. Mm-hmm. But are they performing? This is what I was curious about because the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade is my favorite thing on television all year. And 10 years ago, if Wicked came out, there would, of course, Cynthia and Ari would be on a float. But I kind of feel like they're not going to do that because they're doing a separate special. And I don't know, there's something like about it that it doesn't feel like they will do that. And they should.
They
Does that make sense?
Yes, but I could also see them, maybe like Cynthia and Ariana Grande aren't going to be on a float, but maybe they get like Bach and Nessa to be on a float, and which no one wants.
Nessa, oh Nessa, I've got something to confess.
Have you seen
I hate that song?
Me too. Have you seen? I just hate those characters. Have you seen that TikTok of that guy going Nessa, 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 and it's just him repeating the line
like a
over and
vocal
over.
tick. It's such a vocal tick.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so have you? I feel like we bring a lot about social media on because I'm on TikTok a lot at night, like during nighttime feedings and stuff. So apologies, but I'm on TikTok a lot, just scrolling. Mm-hmm. And I found Lisa Rinna. Mm-hmm. I talk a little bit about Housewives, but Lisa Rinna is no longer on Beverly Hills Housewives. Mm-hmm. And she sort of rebranded as she left. And she was doing red carpet interviews for, I think it was In Style, where she was for some fashion event. Have you seen these clips?
With the slick back hair
yeah.
and the floral dress.
And she's interviewing like fashion people. And there was something that was very disturbing to me about it. And look, God bless, she's always been a hustler. But the rebrand happened. And I don't know that I thought of her, when she did rebrand, I don't know that I fully bought into her being like this big fashion, but I felt like she presented herself as like she was much better than reality TV, Bravo, whatever, right?
Yes.
And I almost bought into it, the PR of that. And of course, she's got the daughters who are popular. I don't really follow the daughters much, but I know they're kind of, are they still popular?
Depends
Are they
who you
popular?
ask. Not to me.
Are they like, they're not like Hadid level?
No.
What level do you think the kids would be?
Well, Amelia just walked in the Victoria's Secret fashion show, but the trouble with Amelia is that people always confuse
Which one's Amelia? The dark hair or the
dark
blonde?
hair.
Okay.
And people always confuse her for Gabriette, Maddie Healy's wife.
Who I met once.
You met Gabriette?
Yeah, I interviewed her. I did like this I Know What You Did Last Summer, like the reboot.
Oh my God, that's
and
right. She was good in that movie. I just watched that movie.
Yeah. She was really nice, actually.
She's so iconic. But Amelia, like people are like, Amelia, why are you trying to like look like Gabriette? Because Amelia got like the buccal fat removal and the eyebrows and all these kind of like Gabriette, iconic, signature features and looks. But she always gets mistaken for Gabriette on social media.
Oh.
People will be like,
so she's not as even popular as Gabriette.
No, people will be like, Gabriette walked in the Victoria's Secret fashion show, and then everyone in the comments is like, excuse me, that's Amelia Gray.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I interviewed the cast of I Know What You Did Last Summer, and it was like all these young people.
Yes.
And it was so interesting because normally I do interviews with people like Mary Beth Peel.
Yeah, totally.
It's like the millennials that get excited about it.
Yeah.
But when I did that, I like posted a picture, and a lot of like my nieces and nephews, my niece and nephew, the older ones, they were like, "Oh my God, Madeline Klein."
Madeline Klein's huge.
She's huge with them.
Yeah.
And it was funny to me because then my millennial friends were like, "I don't know who any of these people are." And then my niece was like, "Oh, that's Madeline, or that's Gabriette, or whatever."
Yeah.
Like they knew that whole
They are
thing.
the moment.
They're in the moment.
Yeah, totally.
Lisa Rinna has like sort of rebranded. But then when I saw her doing, to me, it felt like such a step backwards. And this, no shade to red carpet host, but it was also very clunky. And I almost like, and I don't think I've ever felt bad for Rinna because she does sort of lean into sometimes like being that kind of like ballsy or evil.
Yeah.
She does lean into that, right?
Yeah, totally.
And it was the first time where I was like, I felt a little bad because I know how those carpets can be. And I was just imagining her, like, I don't think she wanted to take the gig. And then she has to like kiss everyone's ass. And she's like interviewing Brittany Snow and like kissing her ass.
That's
like,
tough.
And then there was a lot of, speaking of like young talent, she was interviewing like a lot of young talent and having to be like, "Oh, I love you," or something. And I'm like, I don't even think she knows who that person is.
Yeah.
Because why would she? But there was something, the clips kept like showing up to me, and it was just shocking.
Kind of upsetting.
Yeah. And I felt like I needed to discuss it because if anyone's seen them on TikTok, and again, I don't want to shade, she's a hustler, and that's what I do always love that about her.
Yeah.
But she used to have like a scrappy underdog, but then when she did a rebrand recently, it was like she was better than all that.
Totally. And it's like, but are you?
Yeah.
And are any of us really? We're all just sluts for this business.
Right.
Like we're all doing our best to make a buck and do something that like is kind of cool.
Don't you feel like she's had an attitude about everything?
Yeah.
But
yes. Did I tell you about the time I met her and she was like really rude to me?
wasn't at like
It was when I worked at Cycle House, which no longer exists. But yeah, they were filming Beverly Hills there, and she just was really rude to like me and the other desk girls, but then was really nice to the instructors, and I didn't like that.
I knew someone who knew her, and she was always said how nice she was. And I've met her a couple of times. She was really sweet to me in person. But yeah.
But then here's the thing:
she's always been really sweet. To be honest with you, I actually feel she's been like one of the nice or best ones. Like but yeah.
But like someone in my comments was like, she's so sweet. But then I looked at this person's, this was like years ago, and I looked at this person's Instagram and like, it's like a celebrity hairstylist. I'm like, well, I would think that she would be nice to the person doing her fucking hair.
But don't you always feel like, I don't know, you're always going to be mean to some people and and nice to others.
I know, but
because you're sometimes in a bad mood.
I know, but being nice to the desk girls is like such low hanging fruit. Like just fucking do it.
Yeah.
Just do it.
I have a problem with desk girls in particular because they tend to be like the demographic that I'm most interested in talking to.
That's what I'm saying.
Because I always, no matter where it is, like if it's a workout place or something, I'm always like, the desk girls are the ones who are watching Housewives or whatever, where I'm like, okay, we need to chat. And it's like, they're thinking like, get into the class, like stop, get away from the desk.
Totally. I love yapping with the desk girls now that I'm not one. Also, by low hanging fruit, I was a desk girl. I just don't want people to cancel me and be like, there's no hierarchy with jobs. I'm just saying, like, when you're the desk girl, like, you're kind of in a position of service to the members of the gym.
Right, and we're all spiritually desk girls.
At the end of the day, everyone listening to this podcast is a desk girl.
The listeners of this show, for sure. We're all desk girls.
Yeah.
Okay, do you have a topic?
Yes. Okay, have you ever seen the movie Teen Witch? This is a Halloween-y topic.
Yes, but I'm not like a expert on Teen Witch.
I think you should revisit it, first of all. It went, it was an Oscar-winning film in my house growing up. And the other day I was like, I'm in the mood to watch Teen Witch, which stars Blake Lively's older sister, Robin Lively.
Whoa, I didn't know that.
Yes.
The Blake Lively lore is very fascinating to me because I didn't realize she also has a brother that acted.
Yeah,
or
Nepo
acts.
baby for sure.
But the brother was in the Mandy Moore video "Walk Me Home," which was my favorite as a preteen. Another sign that I was
gay.
That's
a deep cut for Mandy Moore.
Yeah, it was like I remember watching, and I had the Mandy Moore, her first album. I was like, there was a song called Lock Me in Your Heart and Throw Away the Key. There was like this really dramatic, it was like not even a single, I don't think.
I always say she was the pioneer of like the sing whisper where she's like, walk me home, I don't want to go all the...
Wait, did you see, remember in Walk Me Home when she like puts her shoulder out?
You mean Walk to Remember?
Or Walk to Remember.
Yeah.
And puts her shoulder out and they do the tattoo.
We've definitely talked about this.
We've talked about that.
It's so sexy.
It's another thing that's kind of going viral on social media now.
It
where
is?
people are kind of like, I saw one, I think I retweeted it, where some guy was like recreating it. And it was so fun. I was like instantly knew what it was. I was like,
totally. He puts the butterfly tattoo.
Great.
It's gonna be
Yeah, so she does kind of like the whispery.
Yes. But I tried to watch Teen Witch the other day, and
It doesn't hold on.
It definitely doesn't, but that's neither here nor there. The guy in it, Brad, is so fucking hot though, and
Brad
he's still
who?
hot. His character's name is Brad.
But what's his
Brad, the red hot lover. You want to know the actor's name?
Yeah, who's the actor?
Brad, Teen Witch. This is, you guys, we don't have a producer. We have to do this ourselves. Dan Gautier.
Oh, I don't know who that is.
He's really fucking hot.
him.
What? Oh,
People can look it up, but you have your computer, so show me a pic.
Brad. The red hot
Oh,
lover.
wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know him. He
He's
looks
something
familiar.
special. Oh my God. This scene, he takes her into this like farmhouse in like a field of sunflowers, and they
I'm
like
wet right now.
They do the nasty. Yeah, exactly. But I went to watch it the other day. I was like, I'm in the mood to watch Teen Witch. It's spooky season. And Zelda Rubinstein's in it, of Poltergeist fame. She's like little and she talks like this. Do you remember her?
Yeah, I mean, all of it's kind of sounding fuzzy.
Okay, whatever. I tried to watch it on YouTube or on Pluto, I tried to watch it. It was on Pluto TV. I was like, amazing.
I'm like, what's Pluto TV?
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's like a Freevee, like Tubi.
There's
like it's
a lot of
one
them.
of those. And I go to watch it. I was like, it's free, amazing. And then it starts, and it's not Teen Witch. It is, but it's in Spanish, and it's called Una Disparatada Bruja en la Universidad, which translates to a silly witch at the university.
So it wasn't dubbed. It was like
It was Teen Witch
totally
dubbed in
different
Spanish.
Oh, okay.
And I was just like, Pluto TV, like with love and light. I don't speak Spanish.
You
and
said
like,
adios.
I said adios, and I was like, Pluto TV, you need to be
I'm
better.
outta here.
You need to be better at labeling, like when, because this has happened to me multiple times on Pluto TV, where I think I'm watching a deep cut movie and it's the Spanish version.
You know what? Those kind of services, they don't have all the money in the world to just be buying.
They need to tell me that it's in Spanish, because
They
imagine
probably got a deal where it's like, because they're not using the real actors' voices, so it's like they're able to stream it with the deal.
But I'm like, imagine my disappointment when I think I found like a niche classic from my childhood that no one else, I mean, a lot of people have heard of Teen Witch, but like in other cases, and then it ends up being the Spanish version, and I'm like, I can't understand this because I don't speak Spanish.
No, I can see how that actually would be.
It was
devastating.
And I have it on DVD, but I
It's
didn't
not the
want to get
same.
up to put the
No, I
DVD
get it.
in, and that was just too much for me.
The one of those that I really like is Tubi, mostly because when you open up the app, it's like Tubi, and that like makes me so happy.
That
when
calms
it does
you down.
That. It calms me down, and they have like very obscure content. And don't you? Maybe we have talked about this already, but I find it so comforting that they have obscure stuff.
Yes.
And because when I open up the other ones, I'm like, this is the same stuff repackaged.
I have a question for you.
What?
Do you ever fly Delta?
Yeah.
I'm a Delta girl.
Yeah, I like Delta.
I'm like a Delta
Delta One
snob.
is like the best thing ever.
Delta One hurts me because I can't afford
know,
to
it's-
experience it every time.
Yeah.
And then once you
But
experience it, you
I was
can't
just
go
going to
back.
say, I think one of the problems though is like all those services now, they're everything gets worse, obviously. But the last time I did it, it was like more everything was like way more crowded, and I was like, oh, so every service gets worse. It like starts really good and then it gets worse.
And then it's like, it
Anyway,
becomes
go
more
ahead.
accessible, and then it's
Still
not
great,
Yeah. Something I can rely on in this world is that if I'm on a Delta flight, they will have The Devil Wears Prada on the first Sex and the City movie on that plane.
Oh.
And in some ways it comforts me, and then I've also gotten to a point with it where it kind of annoys me, where I'm like, why is it always on the plane? Like, put another
anything else, because there were plenty of movies made in 2003.
Great movies that I want to watch on a plane, but it's always the first Sex and the City movie and Devil Wears Prada, and those are my comfort movies. But because of that, I've seen them so many times.
It's like when you go to a DoubleTree and you know you're going to get the cookie.
Exactly.
And it's like you love the cookie.
Yeah.
But sometimes you're like, well, can we have a different snack?
Can I get a muffin?
Although I have ordered those cookies before, like on the internet.
You
like
can?
Yeah, you can get like a canister of them. Actually, that's like a good thing. That my mom was just asking, like, what can she get us for Christmas? And it's like, I need to tell her to get me the DoubleTree cookies.
That's a great idea.
Yeah. So Teen Witch, it was never... I do that holiday movie podcast with Jenna, which you're going to come on and guest, whatever.
Wait.
But a lot of people request Teen Witch.
They do.
Because we do one Halloween episode. Mm-hmm. This year we did Halloween Town High. Have you ever seen those movies?
I don't like the third one because that's Sarah Paxton. I love Sarah Paxton.
No, she's in the fourth one.
Oh.
There's 4.
So Kimberly J. Brown is still...
She's still in it, yeah.
Okay, good. No, I need to visit that.
Yeah, she's in that. And I actually like it because we haven't done the 4. I've never seen the 4th one. But we did 3 of them over the years. In the Halloween Town High one is my favorite so far.
It's your favorite.
It is, because it's still terrible. But
the second one stressed me out.
Return to
Calabar's Revenge. I didn't
Revenge.
like that one.
But so everyone always asks for Teen Witch, and I'm like, well, it's kind of like outside of my pop. There's blind spots we have in pop culture, and it's only fair. But yes, that's one of those blind spots for me.
It's a great movie.
Speaking of pop culture, I want to talk about Jennifer Lawrence has recently been apologizing for her previous interviews, saying she was annoying. And I'm curious where you stand. She even said Ariana Grande's impression of her on SNL was like spot on. And her impression was basically like, oh, I like to fart. Remember back in the day, probably 10 years ago, every time Jennifer Lawrence was in something, she was like doing a pratfall or like, I fart, like that kind of thing.
Pick me girl kind of antics.
Yeah. And it never really bothered me, but I felt sort of bad that she had to say like, oh, I'm so embarrassed. I don't know. I felt bad because I was like, oh, that was just her being her in some level.
Yeah.
But was she annoying?
Well, I found her to be really annoying, but also I just want to say I was also extremely jealous of her because we're 1 year apart and she had an Oscar at 21.
And she did the movie about QVC. I wanted that role.
Come on.
Joy.
Joy.
I wanted that role.
I wanted to be in, what was it, American Hustlers?
Oh, yeah, that was good.
Where she played a 40-year-old woman, but she was just so hot.
She was always playing 45.
And in 70s garb, I was just cool.
Wasn't that a thing with her where around that time she was playing 45?
Yeah.
And it was like you were 20.
It's like if Maria Bello should have gotten the role, it went to Jennifer Lawrence.
Maria Bello. 100%.
Justice for Maria Bello.
Yeah. Leslie Bibb should have been playing the role in Hustlers.
She should have played every role in Hustlers.
Yeah.
She should play everything always. But yeah, I definitely found her grating. But I also think the internet and just society, because of the patriarchy, just has way too much fun just picking a woman apart and being like, fuck you.
Well, that was the other thing I was thinking. I don't know if a man, Austin Butler's not going to apologize in 10 years for how he acted on the Elvis press tour.
No.
But it's Jennifer Lawrence is going around apologizing. I'm like, she shouldn't have to apologize.
I'm also Jennifer Lawrence was 21. Who wasn't fucking annoying in their 20s?
Yeah, exactly.
We're all annoying in our 20s. I'm still annoying.
I know. And maybe I leaned a little more towards finding it her fun. So I think, and maybe it was because she's a big Bravo girly. So I'm like, oh, I like that about her.
But here's the thing. I remember when I found out she was a Bravo girly, and I remember being like, oh, this is so annoying that men, it always comes back to men. Men in my life make me feel stupid for liking Bravo. But when Jennifer Lawrence likes Bravo, it's taken seriously, and she's an artist, and she can watch the Kardashians while filming Mother, and everyone's like, that's so endearing. But when I do it, it's you're stupid. And that's not on her.
No, that's not on her. Matt tried to get me to watch that Mother movie.
It is so...
I couldn't do it. I didn't understand what was happening.
That movie made me physically ill.
Yeah.
You would hate it.
No,
it's much too dark
immediately... Because it was oh yeah, Michelle Pfeiffer's in it. So I was like, oh, I'm in. And then I didn't even know what was happening.
No, there's a scene in that movie where everyone shows up to her house and Kristen Wiig comes. It's a horrible fever dream where everyone's like, hello, hello, hello. And they all show up to her house and it's a party and she can't find her baby. And she's like, get out of my house. And literally, that's how I used to feel working brunch, where I was like, why is everyone coming into this restaurant?
Yeah, where it's just
and asking me for things.
It feels like you're looking at one of those kaleidoscope things.
Yes.
That it's got a million of the faces.
You just go,
Yeah. Could you ever do those magic eye things?
What are those?
You know, in the newspaper, how you're supposed to like look. And
no, I could never figure that out.
I could never do those.
I'm like, I don't see it.
I always thought like I was worried as a kid that I had some sort of eye issue because like people would be like, oh, do you see the dog? And I'm like, I don't see a fucking dog.
Did you kind of want to have an eye issue though? Because you're like, it makes me special.
No, because I felt like actually the opposite in that case, because I thought, I'm not caught up to everybody else. Like everybody else is like ahead of me and doing it better.
Right.
And like I'm not as good at doing this.
Totally.
Yeah.
That's real.
What were you like in high school? Did you get a superlative in high school?
I did.
What was it?
I got Best Actress. What did you get?
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I was most involved.
Love that.
And I was best personality.
Well, honestly, I think anyone who went to high school with us is probably like, those still track.
Well, most involved makes me laugh because I'm just, I was in like every club and I still am a little bit of like a workaholic, but I was like that in high school of like, I got to be involved in everything.
Yeah, you like to be in the mix.
Do
you
100
like to be
things,
busy.
but yeah, I like to be busy.
Yeah.
So anyway.
Yeah.
Do you have a topic?
Yes. How do you feel about the 1994 version of Little Women? Little Women.
What a current hot topic for us to discuss.
That's why I literally was like,
I love it though.
I was like, Dan, I have topics, but like, I don't know if they're hot.
I know.
But they're hot for us.
But for us, I feel like that is a current
It
hot
is
topic.
1994 version of Little Women.
Okay, this was something I think maybe 1 or 2 years ago I covered on the holiday podcast, and I hadn't watched it in a long time.
It's so good.
But I do love it, and I find it very warm. I fell in love with it because I like the cast. Obviously, Winona, Kirsten. Who else was in it? Susan Sarandon.
Susan Sarandon and Christian Bale plays Laurie. He's perfect. And then...
Did I tell you I had a dream that I was working with Susan Sarandon on something and I like was nervous to ask her to recreate the stepmom monologue with me? Because I love that monologue. But I did have a dream recently where it was like, everyone was on set and I was like afraid to go up to her to be like, hey, like, I'll play Julia Roberts. Like, can we recreate that? And like, I was too scared to do it.
I think she would do it.
Do you think she would?
I think she seems down to clown, and I think she's always a little bit high. So she's always in like a silly goofy mood.
She is high, right?
Yeah.
I know people feel like, I don't really follow I know people feel strongly about her politics and stuff, but I don't even know what they are, to be honest with you.
Yeah. We're just rewatching Stepmom over here in Little Women.
I know. And Banger Sisters.
And
like,
Banger
I love
Sisters.
the Banger Sisters. Oh, I fucking love the Banger Sisters.
And Bad Moms Christmas. We should do Bad Moms Christmas.
We should do that. People request that a lot.
Oh, we should do Bad Moms Christmas.
Did you ever see Banger Sisters?
Yes,
With
but only
Goldie
like one
Hawn?
time. Is that the one
Oh, I
where
love it.
Erica
We should've-
Christensen makes a speech and she's like, stay true?
Yes.
Yeah.
Erica Christensen was like a star back in the day.
Where the fuck
Swim
is
fan.
she?
But if we ever go do Halloween together, like we should dress up as the Banger Sisters.
We can do the cover.
And like not tell anyone and just like have to have people guess. Like
I love that.
who are you guys?
Don't
And
you know
it's
who
like,
we are?
We're the Banger Sisters. Like
Obviously.
the mid-budget movie that made $20 million back in 35 years ago.
What the fuck is your
but
problem?
I loved Bangers. You know, the graduation, I think it was graduation night. I'm like having a flashback. Graduation night where we all went to my friend KDB's house and we were, everybody was like drinking and hooking up and everything. It was like our last night after we graduated. You know, some people were going away to college. Summer was just starting, but it was like our big celebration of finishing high school. And I remember like sneaking off to watch the Banger Sisters because they
Were you
had
just,
it
like,
on
alone in a
DVD.
room?
I'm sure I brought one of my friends who also wasn't having sex, but I remember us like sneaking out.
You're like, hey, check
Probably my
this
friend
out.
Beth or Judith. Like we would always, we were not having sex. So everybody else, it was like a big sleepover and everybody was like drinking their wine coolers or their rums or whatever.
Yeah.
Captain Morgan. And then I was like, no, I'm going to go watch Banger Sisters. And like, I just thought it was like the best time. I was like, why is everyone drinking and partying? Like we should be watching the Banger Sisters.
That's what I was like in high school. But I was like, why aren't we watching like The Pebble and the Penguin? And people were like, could we watch like live action movies maybe?
Yeah. That you should have recommended Banger Sisters.
I should have been like, I have an idea. Banger
I have
Sisters.
a DVD.
I feel like the In Her Shoes to Banger Sisters like pipeline is real.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Because that's one of your
other
other
favorites.
favorites.
I love In Her Shoes.
Yeah, of course.
I love it.
Also, Claire Danes was in Little Women and Samantha Mathis. Where's she?
Wait, so do you like The Little Women? Is that why you brought it up?
I brought it up because I just was randomly thinking about it, and
it's very Christmassy.
It's Christmassy, and that's what I was thinking about, like how it's such like a cozy winter movie. And I was thinking about like, oh, I'm so excited that like the holidays are coming up, and I can really lean into like wintry movies. And Little Women is just, I think, one that's kind of underappreciated as like a Christmas movie.
I totally agree.
And I like the Greta Gerwig one, but I like the 1994
really,
better.
Yeah, the Greta Gerwig one. Yeah, they're all fine.
Yeah,
I mean, I'll take any kind of Little Women.
Amy always pisses me off, but that's because I am an Amy, so I'm triggered by her.
Who would you cast? I guess the Greta Gerwig one was like just recent, but like who would you cast if it was now?
Oh my God.
Or wait, I have a better question.
Do it.
If you could cast a Little Women with like Little Women from throughout history, meaning not, I don't mean little, I mean like any actresses. Not like Miss Juicy from Lifetime, but like
totally okay.
But you know, like different actresses. Like you could pick young Julia Roberts to play this person.
Oh, that's fun.
Or you can choose Gabriette, and you kind of can mix and match.
Oh my God, Gabriette as as Amy. No, I feel like Julia Roberts would be really good. Young Julia Roberts as Beth, the one who dies. Because ever since she played Shelby in Steel Magnolias, I'm like, she's good at dying.
Shelby, get your juice.
Shelby, get your juice. Or Barbara Hershey. Wait, Barbara Hershey the one in
Barbara Hershey? Is
she the one who's in no, she's in Beaches. Who's the
I
one
love Beaches.
So do I. Wait, but who's the one in Terms of Endearment? It's not Barbara. Deborah Winger. Deborah Winger as Beth who dies.
Deborah Winger should have a renaissance, but did you ever see her appearance on Watch What Happens Live?
No.
Her appearance was, she was like she didn't know where she was. Like,
she wasn't tapped in.
Andy was trying to be playful and like ask her shady questions, which he always does.
Of course.
And she was not having it.
She was, what the fuck?
And it was not, and to be honest with you, I sort of side with her a little bit because, you know, you go on that show and they do ask shady questions. And for someone who's like an actor who's like kind of more into the art form of it, it's like they don't want to talk about who their worst kiss was on screen or throw a co-star under the bus or whatever.
Yeah. But
I also think like your PR person should have told you like, this is the kind of show you're going on.
Exactly.
Like that's anyone who goes on that, and sometimes you get defensive of the people if they don't have a good appearance on there. I do. But I think like, well, they knew what they were getting into.
Totally.
Anyway.
Yeah, I mean, it's like just have some fun with it.
Yeah, but Terms of Endearment is so good. And I always say I miss that weepy movie. I just had Allison Williams on to talk about that, Regretting You. And it was like kind of, that movie was sort of weepy and in a way that I miss.
I can't wait to see it.
It was a little more like, remember the Nicholas Sparks ones? Like Dear John or whatever back in the day? They would always come out with those. But I love like a mid-budget weepy, like kind of tonally a little dramatic and cheesy and all those things.
Give me all of it.
I know, I missed those.
I cannot wait to see Regretting You. I'm going to see that at
Did you read the book?
No. But I listened to your interview with Allison Williams and I said, that's good enough for me.
Yeah.
Marnie Michaels forever. I was like, I'm going to go and like get like a big movie theater pour of wine and like, you know, like a hot dog or something. I'm going to go to Look, Dine in Cinemas and I'm going to have myself a time.
I just wish they would make more, or like a Terms of Endearment. Like I want a weepy or Stepmom. Like I want something where I can go and cry.
Just let me cry.
And cathartically cry it out.
Yes.
And I don't need it to be like a perfect, like, sometimes I feel like those movies now are becoming those like indie, low budget kind of things, which I understand they're just getting them made. But then it's like, I don't need it to be so like artsy. Like I kind of want it to be a little glossy.
Yes.
Just
give me the interiors of Stepmom. Give me the costumes.
And script wise, like I don't care if there's some like cheesy contrivances. Like that's kind of what I want. Like
Allison Williams made a great point too, where she was like, you guys, like, you need to see the movies that you want to see made because you're telling the studios what you want them to do.
Well, and I also loved, she has a scene, which this isn't really a spoiler, but it's like where she gets a phone call and somebody passes away. Yeah. And it's like, I love that in a movie where like a woman has a dramatic moment where they like answer the phone and they get this really terrible news. And to be honest, I would have liked Regretting You to be a little more weepy, but I didn't read the book.
Totally.
But yeah, I love an actress getting a phone call and it's like, you know, your husband or your mom or whoever it was passed away. And then it's like almost like Vicky Gumbelson in The Real House of Orange County, where it's like, which of course was devastating. But acting wise, to me, and as an actor, I feel like that's the dream, to get that scene.
Totally. And then there's like, sometimes you can hear the voice on the other end, sometimes you can't. But when you can, it's always like, well,
they didn't make it.
They didn't make it.
and then they fall to the ground.
And they go, ah!
What would be your, as an actor, dream sort of cliche scene to portray?
Oh, definitely like an end of a rom-com, like reconciling scene, like end of How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days.
Right.
What about you?
Yeah, I like a big romantic gesture moment.
Like an airport moment.
Yeah.
Love an airport moment.
In Deck the Walls, they wouldn't let us kiss at the end. My character and is the love interest.
A bummer.
And it was a bummer, but I remember us saying like, the character still had that moment. And so we were trying to do that big, like kissing basically without kissing, where it's like, looking into each other's eyes longingly and stuff like that. But I would like that. Or I like a big pratfally kind of thing would be fun to me.
Like with the Strata and Family Stone.
Yes.
I would love like a big ensemble scene where it's like people yelling at each other and chasing each other. That's fun too.
Yeah. No, I for the holiday podcast, I was saying you need to come and do Family Stone.
Yeah.
But I also would like us to cover Love the Coopers. Or it's some territories it's called Christmas with the Coopers. But I think that would be fun.
I think I like randomly bought that movie on like Apple a couple years ago per your recommendation.
I don't know where I talked about this, so apologies if I'm repeating myself, but Diane Keaton and I used to DM, and the last DM that I sent was about how that movie would have a renaissance one day, because I do feel like it's spiritually similar to Family Stone. It's not good. It's not great, but I do feel like over time it might be looked at better. But she's the matriarch in that.
So true.
So I would like us to cover that.
With Thanksgiving coming up, this is not me saying we should cover this, but I am saying I'm excited to watch Home for the Holidays, because that's a Thanksgiving
Holly
movie.
Hunter.
Yes, and Holly Hunter.
Can you do a Holly Hunter impression?
Yes, but I have to think about the movie 13, where she's like, Tracy, I saved up for that game for weeks. Isn't that good?
Yes.
Stupid 25 cent per square inch floor.
It's a little Frances McDormand meets Steve from Sex and the City. It's like a little, like the two of them had a baby, and
totally.
It's Holly Hunter.
Or like if you go on the Incredicoaster at Disneyland, my friend Shane and I always make fun of how it's like Jack, like the entire roller coaster. Also, Pieces of April, a very underrated Thanksgiving movie.
April. I love it.
That's an indie
Katie
that I
Holmes.
love.
She wears so much like jewelry all over like her leg and her arm.
And then she has like those like blunt red bangs. She's like, Bobby.
Okay, wait, isn't it so funny to think about though, like Katie Holmes showing up on set? And, like that to me, she was like 20 something there, okay?
Yeah.
And that was her first, I think, kind of indie dramatic lead kind of thing. Yeah, she's serious. Right? And I just like think it's so funny to think of her showing up on set and like doing costume fittings.
Totally.
And I just feel like a costumer is probably like, oh, we're going to put you in this, outfit.
Totally.
And she's like, no. I'm going to go. And she's like rummaging through and she's like cutting her own. So imagine what I think Blake Lively probably did on that other movie.
Totally.
Where it's like, I'm going to like put together these like insane things. Yeah. And I just feel like everybody was probably looking like, what the fuck are you doing? And she like in her mind thought she was like doing it.
She's like, I know exactly who April is.
I'm doing it.
She's like,
I'm doing character work.
I want to look like I was shit out by a Hot Topic. Yes. And that's it.
Yeah, like I don't want to be an ingenue anymore.
No.
I want to be a character actor. And it's like, no, you should want to be the big movie star at 25, like
totally.
But you think in her head she was probably like, I'm this.
It's
also like how I imagine Jamie Lee Curtis showed up on that movie, The Last Showgirl, where it's like, I'm going to do...
She's like, I'm going to get the most leathery tan of all time, and I'm going to dance, and you're just going to roll camera. Yeah. It's not in the script. I'm going to dance.
I won an Oscar, and so now I'm doing crazy costume work.
Well, Jamie Lee Curtis needs to like take a nap. She needs to sit down. She's doing too much. Did you hear that she told Pamela Anderson, she's like, I'm doing this for you.
Yeah.
And I was like, that is so condescending to be like, you need this. I don't. It's like, fuck off.
Yeah. We were talking about Jamie Lee on one of the holiday podcasts, because I do feel like she won the Oscar and thought like, now I'm a character actress.
What
and
did she win
even
it for?
In Everything Everywhere, didn't she
Oh,
win?
that's right.
But then she started doing like kind of crazy costume stuff, and she was never really like that. But even in the Freakier Friday or like something like that, I feel like she was even kind of doing weird like wig stuff, or like, I don't think she had a wig, but I did love that movie, Freakier Friday.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say Last Showgirl, because I didn't like that movie.
No, but I loved her dancing in that like a crazy person.
Yeah,
it was the funniest fucking.
And
thing.
I love Pam. I would do anything for Pam.
Do you use Pam on your pans?
No, but go ahead.
Go ahead. No, go
One
ahead.
time I famously went to a Bob Evans with my mom and I like low-key had an eating disorder. And I was like, do you have Pam for like eggs? Because I didn't want any like butter or oil. And that server goes, we don't have Pam. And I never forgot it because I was
Yeah, we
like,
don't
I'm
have
being
Pam.
annoying at this restaurant.
Do you remember Molly McButter? During my
Is she friends with Amelia
childhood
Bedelia?
eating disorder. During my childhood eating disorder, I was obsessed with Molly McButter for like, that would be my whole meal would be like a baked potato and it's like a powdered butter.
Uh-huh.
So it's sort of like it's powder, but then you put it on and it melts onto the potato.
Yes.
It was really not right.
I liked that. I can't believe it's not butter spray. And I would put it on apples and eat them as like dessert.
Oh my God.
It was dark. Da-na-na-na-na-na-na.
You know, I learned in my adulthood, like my middle school or grade school, it wasn't even middle school, it was grade school principal had like called home to my parents to see if I had an eating disorder. And it's like, I didn't learn that until my
Oh my
adulthood.
God.
That's a tale for another time.
Okay, wait. Do you have another topic?
Yes, Sydney Sweeney. Did you
Okay.
see her at the Women of Power event? She was wearing like a see-through dress. Look it up.
Okay.
Sydney Sweeney. It's in the news today.
Okay.
And I'm just curious what you think of the look.
Okay.
LEWK, the look. Mm-hmm. It's like see-through, like you're seeing Bubby.
Okay, yes.
And they're honoring her, Jamie Lee Curtis, Nicole Scherzinger. Who else is in it? I took a screenshot. Kate Hudson.
Okay. I did. Oh, and Jamie Lee. Okay, that's called a segue. And Wanda Sykes.
And Kim. Oh, no. Yeah, Wanda Sykes. Yeah.
Okay. I hate Sydney Sweeney's dress.
I know. I don't like it either. And
She's
so stunning.
She's so gorgeous. She's had fashion moments in the past that have been incredibly major, but I do feel like recently her styling has been questionable.
I mean, it's just, to me, and look, show off your body and do what you want with it. But I was like, is this a luncheon?
Totally. Like, where are we going?
You know, I think that's the other thing where it's like dressing for the proper event. Like
Yes.
I don't know where that dress would work. And again, she's beautiful. She'll look good in anything.
Totally.
But yeah, I was like wondering what this event was.
Where are we going?
You know, Kate Hudson, I like love Kate Hudson lately.
Mm-hmm.
You know, much like Idina Menzel, have we talked about this?
Adele Dazeem.
Idina Menzel came out with that song Beast, which I sort of started listening to as a joke. And then I like genuinely became obsessed with it.
I listened to it in the car like 2 days ago.
And that's how it happened with Kate Hudson's song Glorious. It's like this big ballad, like, and it was glorious when it was the two of us. It's so dramatic because remember she came out with the album
Yes.
that nobody bought except for
Yes.
I think I listened to it. But it started off as a joke because it's this big dramatic Kate Hudson ballad, and then now I just like genuinely love it. And so I'm like driving around listening to this Kate Hudson ballad in the car,
Totally.
and it's like it's very like Diane Warren, like it's like that kind of ballad. And she
Totally.
performed it, I think, on like The Voice with like all these flowers surrounding her.
Dreamy.
But also it was so funny to me that she did this whole like musical push that like nobody was really asking for.
No, but I did love her in the musical 9. She was like the
Oh,
only
yeah.
part of that musical that I like.
What was the song?
The Cinema Italiano. I loved that scene. She
Yeah.
looked so hot. She was in a little
She
like
did look
go-go
so-
outfit with her hair. She was so cute.
Yeah, she did look hot in that.
Yeah.
Was Fergie in that?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
What a strange time that was.
And she's like, be Italian.
Italian.
Yeah. And Daniel Day-Lewis, it was so random.
Yeah, that was good. Anyway, so that's all I had for my
For your topics.
yeah, did you have any other topics?
Last thing I'm going to say is, well, okay, wait. Are we allowed to talk about BravoCon?
Yeah. You're coming to BravoCon with me. I'm going to BravoCon. I'm moderating the Valley and Traders panels.
I'm so
and I'm also doing a
excited.
couple other things, so I'll be around there. And then I coerced you to come and and
I
join.
can't wait. I want
You
to
won't be
ask-
on the panels, but you'll be
I'll
in
be
Vegas.
I'll be around.
Yeah.
I'll be in the ether.
Yeah.
And I might try and go into the green room so I can say hi to Jessie Lally. My
Your
dear
crush.
friend. My dear friend Jessie Lally.
You know, I'm nervous about meeting him.
Oh, he's an angel.
And I'm also interviewing Tom Sandoval will be on the Traders panel, and I haven't seen him since we did the book together. And I've called him like a demon like 300 million times.
Okay, but you and everyone else on the internet.
Yeah, I don't think I'm like
He's not going to be
I'm
like, well,
scared.
Dan, that was really me.
He
like,
might.
and then you just be like, shut up, Tom.
I know, I should have told.
Literally, shut up, Tom.
I know.
I also love, this is controversial. I'm speaking off of in-person interactions, not media.
Yeah.
Every time I've interacted with Tom Schwartz, it's a good time. He's
I
a
know.
good hang.
Yeah, I'm interviewing him for. Well, I don't think I'm doing like some other stuff too, but I think Yeah.
Is Lala going? Is she going to be on the Valley panel?
At least to my knowledge, I mean, maybe they'll I don't know I don't know who. I know like the main cast from last season's on the Valley panel, but as of like when they told me when they hired me, it was like there was no list of Lala or Schwartz on there, but I do think they are in the cast. So I was wondering if maybe they're gonna like it'll be like an announcement there or something, and they'll come out, or maybe they just won't and save it for something else. But
Lala and Shishi are on the outs, so I'm interested.
Yeah. But I would love to see them. They're not on my list, at least that they sent me, of like they're going to be on the panel. So I don't know if they will be or not.
I literally can't wait.
But and I think the Valley will have just wrapped filming.
It's gonna be fresh.
It's gonna be fresh. You know, the last time BravoCon I did the Orange County panel, and they have questions, you know, that you're moderating, but they have questions for you to ask and everything. But it was right after Shannon had run into the house.
Oh, fuck.
And got the DUI and everything. So it was like everybody was interested in that. And so we got on stage and I went a little rogue, and it was like the first question I asked. It was like, so tell me about the DUI. And it was like right on stage, because I'm like, that's what the audience wants to know.
Totally.
So I feel like with the Valley, everyone's going to want to know like what happened with the finale or like that kind of stuff. So I'm going to try to go, you know, within reason. I'll do my best.
I can't wait. I've never gone.
It's fun.
I'm a little scared.
Yeah, you should be.
I'm planning my outfits. I'm thinking like casual whore by day, actual whore by night.
The last time I was moderating a panel like in the morning on Saturday morning or Friday morning, whatever it was. And the outfit I had ripped, like the suit jacket had ripped.
Oh no.
And so I had to go, like the only place that was open, there was nothing open in the morning time. And I had like my outfit, I just hated my outfit for the one day there.
That's the worst feeling.
It was the worst feeling. I remember just like walking around, and that's all I could think about was like, it wasn't the outfit I had planned. And I didn't have a backup that worked. It was like I had a different top, but it didn't go with the pants at all. So I felt like I looked ridiculous in one of the days. And so now I'm like really planning like an extra backup outfit.
Totally. It's always good to have a backup. Yeah. How slutty do people get for like the morning panels?
It's like a free-for-all.
Okay.
It's literally whatever you want. Some people get like really dressed up.
Like for like 10 in the morning.
Yeah. And then other people are just like in pajama bottoms and a shirt that says like Chic C'est La Vie.
Okay, see, I think I'm gonna be turning out look after look. That's my goal. One of my outfits that I have in my head is like I'm literally wearing just like a bra as a top.
Do it.
And it might be first thing in the morning. You might just be looking my bubbies square in the face.
Yeah, you know what? You do it. You do you.
When in Rome.
Yeah, when in Rome. Kelly Clarkson is performing there, and I want.
Not at BravoCon.
No, not at BravoCon, but like in Vegas that weekend.
Yeah.
And I really need to get tickets. If anyone has a Kelly Clarkson hookup for tickets, like we have to go.
Yep.
We need at least 3 tickets for Kelly Clarkson.
Important. Also, like dinner reservations, I need to make those.
Oh, we got to figure that out.
Oh my God.
It'll be fun though.
It'll be so fun.
Yeah.
Everyone come up and say hi.
Yeah, say hello.
Say hello.
Any other topics we have?
That was it.
So I'm going to leave everyone with an interview with Mary Beth Peel, who played Grams on Dawson's Creek. And I know some of you, if you watch Dawson's Creek, like listen to this, because she surprised me how much I loved chatting with her.
Oh, I can't wait.
And yeah. Anything else you want to say? I just blacked out for a second.
No.
It's Halloween. Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
If you're listening to this after Halloween, hope you all had a safe Halloween.
Yeah. Happy, fun, and safe.
I'm going to be decorating for Christmas as soon as Halloween's over. Do you think it's too early?
This is very controversial. I do, but I think the world is on fire, so do what's fun for you.
More than ever this year, I feel inclined to decorate earlier.
Yeah.
And my parents are coming, and my mom even told me, she's like, I'm going to decorate before we come so that when I come back to Ohio, it's all done. But that'll still be like before Thanksgiving. I'm like, Mom, that's early. But then I was thinking maybe I'll do that too.
No, literally just do whatever makes you happy.
I'm kind of in the mood. I'm like done with Halloween decorations.
Yeah.
I think I went too early and too overboard with Halloween this year.
Your Halloween decorations are so good and so
cute.
tasteful.
I know. I don't know if it picks. I never know if it picks up on camera, but I'm like, I think we do a good job with the decor.
Yeah.
For the holidays, but for Christmas, I'm gonna go all out again.
Hell yeah.
Love you, Hannah.
Love you.
Where can people find you on social media?
Oh my gosh, follow me at Hannah Aaron Brown, HANNAHAARON BROWN on Instagram. ALABA.
I can't help it every time you do that. ALABAMA.
Follow me at Hannah Aaron Brown on everything. And I have my own podcast called Not Aspirational if you want to listen to me talk some more.
Yes, and check out my holiday spinoff podcast. It's called The Very Merry Iconic Podcast. We just launched our Halloween Town episode, and we'll be doing Christmassy episodes starting in mid-November. We're also becoming Sister Act this year. I do it with my co-host, Jenna Brister, but she is actually moving. So she's only doing sort of like half the season with me or a handful of episodes with me. And then you're going to pop by for an episode or two.
Hell yeah.
But it's really fun. And we'll cover Family Stone or Bad Moms Christmas, or we'll pick one or two or few.
Something wonderful.
Yeah. And then I'm on social media at Danny Pellegrino. You can get my books available wherever books are sold. Thank you so much for listening to Great Mugs. Pour yourself a great mug. What is that our tagline?
Pour yourself a great mug.
Yeah. What was my jingle? Great minds think alike. Great mugs find the light of the topics we want to talk about. Love you all. Bye-bye.